Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Hot Mess to Success, as I document my journey from going from a hot mess to success. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you're feeling your girl's vibe, okay? And I just want to share stories with you guys. Again, I'm documenting my journey from a hot mess to success. I actually got into a bit of trouble that landed me 5 year on probation from DWIs. Okay, so trust, I'm speaking from experience when I talk about what I talk about. Okay, so I want to talk to the girls today, and maybe the fellas, about the peer pressure when you're on your sobriety journey. You know, it's a lot of things that people don't talk about, but it's a lot of peer pressure that goes on with trying to stay sober and not drinking, especially in this generation. I say it all the time, you know, it's always glorified, like drinking and partying, and you feel like you need to do that to fit in, you know? But I got a little secret for you. So one of them is being sober is cool. Please don't let nobody tell you different. No matter where you go. If you're at a dinner party, you're at a bar, you're at a party, you know, you wanted to hang out and tag along with your friends, and they be like, you know, are you drinking? Or some people who they invited that you may not know are like, hey, you know, do you drink? And you're like, no. And they're like, oh, really? And they're trying to make you feel some type of way because you're not drinking. Please don't fall for the okie doke. Okay, drinking, whether it's for a celebration, whether it's for to forget your troubles, it is a clutch. Okay, there's a rapper, he said in one song, he said niggas gotta learn to live sober. That you just people just have to learn to live sober. Okay, but it's actually cool when people have that natural high and they can enjoy themselves without being intoxicated, because number one, you're gonna remember everything. Number two, you're not gonna make it to embarrass yourself. Okay, and you're less likely to make wrong, crazy decisions that you'll regret the next day. I remember the first time I went to the club sober and I actually looked around, I was like, you know, the club is kind of funny when you think about it. We all in this dark space. Everybody is mostly out of body. They intoxicated and they kind of look stupid. And it's like, why am I here? And that was my first thought. Why am I here? But yeah, just know that dare to be different, baby. You ain't got to be like everybody else. And it's actually, I think the girls and the guys as well who don't have to have something to make them feel good and make them party and socialize, that's dope, man, for real. Especially, it's sad that you have to highlight that in this day and age, but you really do. So please keep that in mind. Being sober is cool. Number two, make your boundaries known. If you make that commitment to yourself that, hey, I'm going to abstain from doing drugs or alcohol, make your boundaries known, especially if you have a boyfriend or friends who are used to you guys, you know, that being a pastime. Let them know, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm taking it seriously. Please don't tempt me or, you know, invite me to those things if that's what y'all going to be doing. At first, that may seem kind of hard. But if you don't listen to the advice I'm giving you and you are on your sobriety journey, you'll double back to this and realize why I told you need to set boundaries. I'm going to give you another example. I was invited to my girlfriend's birthday party, and all night they kept asking me to drink, but I don't like telling people my business like that. So I was like, nah, girl, you know, I got to drive home early. Or, nah, girl, you know, my man, he worried about me. I ain't going to be drinking. And they just kept bugging me because, you know, the more intoxicated they get, the more they're going to keep egging me on. Like, why aren't you drinking? To the point I said, look, girl, I got 2 DWI to be drinking and driving home. I'm already on probation. I'm not trying to jeopardize nothing else I got going. And the girls was like, damn. Then other girl started sharing her story on how she got DWI. Another girl was asking me for advice, like how I'm doing on my sobriety journey, or, you know, trying to abstain from drinking. Just me keeping it real and setting those boundaries opened up the dialogue that could have helped somebody else. And that brings me to another point. Don't never be ashamed, baby, of your wrongdoings. Ain't nobody perfect, okay? The girls was probably actually happy to find out that I wasn't perfect. I threw them a little bone, you know, yeah, baby, I don't got in trouble before. It is what it is. Anybody that knows me knows that I like to party, so. But, hey, I'm glad it happened to me. I'm glad I bumped my head. I'm glad I didn't turn into a drunken mess, and I'm glad that I have the ability to right my wrongs and to become a better version of me. That's all I can be thankful for, so don't be ashamed to set those boundaries. Right. And then this brings me to my last point. Some people just want to see you at your worst. So sometimes, and this can be a lot of times, especially if you hang in a big group of friends, and that, again, was like y'all's favorite pastime. And let's say you're the friend who normally has their shit together, or at least, you know, on the outside, who's responsible, who's always on time. Sometimes people like to see you out of your element. Sometimes people like to see you a drunken mess, so they'll encourage it. Especially if you've been on your sobriety journey and you've been doing well and you've been excelling in life. Everybody ain't gonna be happy for you. I tell you that right now. And especially people who get a front row seat to actually see. I think the closer they are to you, the more aggy it makes them, because they see you go from here to there. And if they're not doing that in their life, it'll make them feel some type of way. So sometimes people will encourage you to stay a hot mess just because they're afraid to see you shine. And some people see the light, but they can't handle the glare. Okay. So sometimes people that are close to you or friends will continue to peer pressure you to drink because they want to see you make a damn fool of yourself. Some people get a kick out of it. I don't know, baby. I ain't never been a hater. I can't even go into description with you on why people do those things. I just know that they do it. All right. So just keep that in mind. If it's someone that's close to you that you care about and you set that boundary and told them, look, guys, I'm not drinking right now. Please don't tempt me because, I'm still a little in that area, and they still proceed to do so. You better check that shit. You better figure it out and go ahead and call it out, especially if it's somebody that you're supposed to be close to and love, because they're supposed to understand that. So I just want to come on here and give you guys some quick tips on how to deal with peer pressure on your sobriety journey. See you soon. Stay tuned.